Good evening, everyone. Here we are, ready for proof pull. This is pull number 16. This one's going to be Lincoln Cents. Going to have a great time with this one tonight. Is there anybody here who is registered and has not yet gotten their name in on this that would like to get in before I get started? If there's anyone who would like to get their chips now and has not yet gotten their chips, let me know. Ant, you are not in this one unless you sent me a message or something, but I don't have your chips out right now. If you want them out, let me know. Cookie, same with you. I don't have your chips out. If you do want them out, let me know and I'll put them in. Roger Borland, same to you. I do not have you in this one. Let's see. Who else do I have in here who is not currently participating that I can get in right now? If you want in now, I can get you in now and get you an invoice sent later this evening. Okay, JJ, you want in as well? Okay. Wanda, you're already in. So JJ, and get you in. Ant and hey, Sir Egg, how you doing, buddy? Rithy, no, I do not have you in. I'm sure you want in. And Cookie, let me know if you want it in, because I can get you in. And we'll get you guys in before I get started. Roger, let me know if you want in. If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, you're here, and I figured you might want in. Hello, Penny Hoarder. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the... Okay, Cookie. Let me go ahead and get the chips for everybody. I'll be right back. Okay, I have Ant, I've got Rithy, JJ, Roger, and Cookie. I got you five, you're ready to go. Is there anyone else who is not in that wanted to be sure to get in for this evening? Okay, Mark, you want in as well? Okay, hang on a second, let me get your chips. Okay, there's Mark. Let me write all of you down so I can be sure I've got your names down. Who else was there, Rithy? There's still one more. Roger. Okay. Now, I've got everybody. You still having sound issues, Mark? There's one bag full of chips here. I'll tell you that for sure. Okay, Mark, I'll be sure and look for it. I don't remember seeing an email, but I'll be sure and look for it. All right, I've got a bag full of chips here to mix up. All right, there we go. Big bag full of chips. We're going to add to those chips. The chips we're going to add to them are the $10 chips. If I draw one of these right before I draw your name, you're going to get an extra $10 to spend next time around. Get those mixed in. And I'm going to do 4 bonus chips. 4 bonus chips means if you grab a bonus chip, then grab your name, you're going to get 2 coins instead of 1. Yes, you are native. Roger is in. Farm Dog, you are in. And last but not least, the game that we like to play. If I draw a game and then I draw your name, the first coin that's drawn out, you get to decide whether or not the next coin, or guess which the next coin is higher or lower in year. Higher is a higher number, lower is a lower number. So if you get a 1969 and you say higher and I draw a 1972, you win. And when you win, you continue drawing coins until you lose. When you lose, the game's over. So you got to guess them right. If you guess them right, you can get the whole box. So that's how that's going to work. All right, here we are, ready to go. And chip number 1 will be Paul Hampton. Paul, coin number 1 in the box is a 2010 proof. 2010 for Paul. Let me get scooted in all the way here. Oh, I didn't bring anything to drink. We're probably going to need to do a recess here so that I can get something to drink. All right, there's a 2010 for Paul. We're getting started at 23 after. Next chip out. Ooh, it's a $10 chip. And the $10 chip goes to Crispy. Crispy gets a $10 chip. And a 2008 proof. 2008 proof along with something. Oh, what that is. Fleck of something on there. Okay, I'll get that put away. All right, and the $10 chip. Dig down to my... I cannot believe how full of crap my desk is right now. And then I'll write Crispy's name on this one. And it will go to the side with Crispy's name on it. And next up will be Miss Fletcher. Josie, there's a 2016 proof. 2016. A lot of these ones from the teens sell for between $4 and $6 a piece. So you're getting a good shot at them cheaply here. There's one for Cookie. Cookie just got tossed into the batch, and she gets a 1962 proof. 1962. Good evening, Coins-Arnito. I'm going to be kind of pushing through this a little quickly because we're getting started late, and we have a lot of people. 2018 for Penny Hoarder. Frostbite. Frostbite's up next. Frostbite gets 1998. Make sure you check the reverse on that one. Be sure it isn't the very scarce Close AM. Cat Morgan. Cat Morgan up next. 1970 S proof. Well, it is a large date, but I can't tell you it's not a double die. You have to look at it for yourself to find that out. Date range for this game, 1953 are the earliest proofs in here. 1953 up to about 2019, 2020. I may have a couple of 21s or 22s, but I'm not sure. Raymond, 2017. Raymond gets a 2017. I guess that is important to know for the people who are going to be playing the game. It's 1953. to I would bet 2020. Steven gets a 2007. Many RPMs and double dies. Awesome. That's very good, Mark. I appreciate the news on that. Sissy, 1990, as I throw it across the desk. 1990. Next up, we got a bonus. And the bonus will go to Native American Ways. Native American gets 2 coins instead of 1. And the first 2 coins in my box are a 1972 proof and a 1968 proof. So 68 and 72 Native American gets. And next up, Mr. Fur. Mickey Fur. Now he goes by James Fur on YouTube, but he's told me his name's Mickey. Likes to be called Mickey. There's 2013 from Mr. Fur. Carl's up next. Carl, 1988. 1988 for Carl. Get a spacer put in here so I'm not grabbing right up at the front edge of the box. Well, and there's a $10 chip. $10 chip goes to P. Adams. So, Mr. Adams gets a $10 chip right there, just like that. And he goes up here with Crispy. And he's going to get a coin, too. So, what is his coin? Happens to be a 1990 proof, 1990S. Next up. Next is Mr. Worley. Mr. Worley, 1964. 1964 proof. And next we have Mary. Mary, how about 1962? 1962 proof. Next up, Cat Morgendollar. Cat Morgendollar gets a 1996. That's a tough year. 1996 proof. Those usually sell for about $7 a piece. Next up, Sureg. Sureg gets a 1971. 1971 proof. Back to Native American Ways. 1969. 69S proof. Could possibly have a double die reverse on that, so be sure you check it. Check it against the website. There are plenty of double die reverse. I think there's 2 of them listed for 69S proof. Wanda now, 1999. 99 proof for Wanda. There you have another chance at getting the close AM, which would be the scarce one. Here's one for Parvis. Parvis now, 2005. 2005 proof. Having a hard time grabbing everything here. Fingers aren't working right. All right, next up, Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton, 1981 proof. 1981. See who we got next. Taco John. Let me tip this row so they're easier to get out. 2002. 2002 for Taco John. Next up. Hello, Stonecutter. And Stanley is next up. Stanley gets a 1953 proof. 1953 proof. These are at least $15 a piece. I've seen them for as much as $25 to $30. So that's a good win right there. John Branabow. John Branabow up with a 2004. Next up, we got a 44D 10M2 and 4 44D DDO number 1s. 3 tubes of split serifs. Have it started on the P-Mint coins. Man, that sounds nice. Sounds like a winner. Big winner. I've got more wheats in now. I was out there for a while, but now I've got more again. 1997 for Sissy. Next up, Sand Digger. Sand Digger gets a 2011. 2011 for Sand Digger. Next up, Wanda. Wanda, 1973. 1973 for Wanda. In 99.5% of the case, when you see scratches, you're looking at scratches on the holder. These coins get moved around a lot, but they're protected in the holder, and the coins are in much better condition. Parviz now with a 1995. 1995. Next up, Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder gets a 1959. 1959, first year of the Memorial Cents. Let's see who's next here. Stanley? Stanley's up next with a 1986. Tough year right there. It's the year I graduated high school. It happens to be pretty tough on proofs and mint state coins. It was during a slump in people collecting coins, and the mint was feeling it. Didn't make any mint sets that year, and the coins kind of suffered in quality. 2019 for Ronald. Going to be doing something special Monday night for reveal number 500. That's right, reveal number 500 will come up on the block Monday night. Everyone will have a chance to get involved. 1961 for Sissy. Next up, Farm Dog. Farm Dog gets 2015. 2015 proof. What do we have next? Cookie. Back to Cookie again. And Cookie this time, 1988. Yes, Roger, you did. Next up, Mr. Rizak. 1994 proof. 1994. Malcolm. 1978. Has anybody opened those tubs that I sold a while back with the 60s and 70s? Anybody find anything in those? I still have quite a few of those left. Wanda. Wanda up next with the 2016. 2016 proof. Ronald. Back to Ronald again. 2001. 2001 for Ronald. Now, something you guys need to know, be sure you're paying attention. I am not going to be holding Sunday night auctions until further notice. Just too many things going on at once, too many sticks in the fire, and I got to start choosing about what I do. Don't have enough time or energy to get two of the auctions done every week. So we're just going to do the midweek auction. Midweek auction is going to go back to Tuesday night. We're going to start Tuesday night this week. So now we're doing the Monday reveal show and Tuesday auction, and that's it. Monday reveal, Tuesday auction, and then we open the reveals during the week. I'll have reveals, as will... Oh, hey, look at this. Somebody gets to play the game. And who is that? Who gets to play the game? I just drew a blank chip. How did I do that? It's Parvis. Parvis gets to play the game. Parvis, are you here? Parvis, if you're here, you let me know. With 1991, is the next coin in here going to be a higher year or a lower year? If it's a tie, if it's another 91, it's a skip and you get that coin and we move on. Can somebody help me find out the mathematical middle between 1953 and 2020, 1953 and 2020? Thank you, Coins Nito. I appreciate it so much. Parvis says lower than 1991. Pull out the next coin in the box and see. It is not. It's a 2013. But Parvis, you get the 91 and the 2013 for playing the game. I hate to see that you missed on that first one there, but we will keep going. Kevin, got 2 more chances to play the game. Anybody can play it. Kevin gets a 2004. Mary? Mary gets a 2007. Who is up next? Kelly Michaud. Kelly Michaud, 2012. That's a tough year right there. Those 2012 proof sets, they're coming down just a little bit, but they got up over $200 for a while. Just nasty pricing. I mean, they were very short minted. Not many of them out there. Here's one for Jordan. Jordan gets a 2014 S, 2014 S. 86 is the median. Okay. So if it's, we'll just use 86. 86 will be the median. So at 86, if you're not here when I pull the game out for you at 86, I'm calling lower. And at 87, I call higher. Nope, that's exactly the opposite. At 86, I call higher. So, wait a minute. 86 or lower. Yeah. At 86 or lower, I call higher. At 87 or higher, I call lower. That keeps you statistically even odds when I have to call the numbers for you. So that's how that will work. Hello, Sand Digger. Let's see who's next. Mark. Mark gets one up next. Mark gets a 1990 proof. 1990. Be nice if that one didn't have a mint mark, right? Carl. 99. 1999. Roger. Woohoo! Roger gets a 1953 proof. Nice, shiny, really old proof worth about $15, $20. That's a boom. That's a cowbell moment there. If I had a cowbell, I'd be ringing it. Ring, 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 ring. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Here's Harlan. Harlan picks up a 1960 proof. 1960. Yeah. Kelly Ray, I understand. That's why I'm the one that takes my feet off, takes my shoes off and does the counting. Mickey? 1998. 1998 proof. Gotta have more cowbell. That's right. Here's a bonus. Who gets the bonus? It goes to Parvis. How about that? Parvis gets 2 coins instead of 1. And Parvis will get a 2006 and a 1971. 2006 and a 1971 for Parvis. Played the game, got a bonus. What more does Parvis get today? A lucky man indeed. Next up, Ronald. Ronald, 1976, bicentennial year. 1976. Next up, back to Parvis. And Parvis with a 1964. 1964. Next, Stephen. 1989. 1989. How about Crispy? Crispy now, 1973. See, the scratches you see on the coins are not on the coins. It's on the holder. It's from the coins sliding around in the box against each other. And the holders get scratched exactly like they're supposed to. That's what they're there for. Kevin. Kevin next up with a 2000 Y2K proof. Next up, Stonecutter. Stonecutter gets a 1959 proof, 1959. Roger. How about a 1976 for Roger? Mickey? Mickey back out again, this time with a 1987. 1987. Mr. Fletcher. 1981. 81 for Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Worley. 1990. 1990 proof for Mr. Worley. Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder now with a 1973. Native American Ways. 1995. 1995. Stanley. Stanley with a 1996. 1996. For the Earth. 2011. Big old hair on it. 2011. Make sure that hair is gone when I send the coin to you. Akram Katib. 1971. Setane un, I think that's how they say that in French. Kevin. 2000. 2000 for Kevin. Akram is in Quebec, so he speaks more French than he does English these days. Jim Fletcher. 2018 for Jim Fletcher. Here's one for Harlan. How about 1972? I'd check that for a double die for sure. They do have proof 1972 double die obverses in case you didn't know. There's every chance your coin could possibly have one. That's right, no extra charge for the hair. Sand Digger. Back to Sand Digger 2000. Y2K. Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray, 1997. 1997. Crispy. Crispy. 2008. 2008 for Crispy. Sureg. 1991 for Sureg. Steven. There's a 1956 for Steven. 1956. Wheat cent proof. Next up, Jordan. How about Jordan? What does Jordan get? 2017. A 2017 proof. Next up, back to Harlan. Harlan again. Let's see what Harlan gets. 2005. A 2005 proof. Next, Roger. And for Roger, 1961. 1961 for Roger. That might be the rare one where they minted the date upside down. Better check it. Paul Hampton. Paul with a 1980. 1980 S proof. Back to Harlan again. Harlan this time, if I can get it out of the box. Come on, Chuck. Experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Good gosh, there we go. 1985. 1985 for Harlan. Well, as for me, it was a honeycomb thing. That's what I ate when I was young. Honeycomb. That's why I got so many of those license plates. 1959 for Mr. French. Ant up next. 1959. 1959 for Ant. Stanley. 2007. Generally, the really fine, like, little lines are going to be fibers, brush fibers. Maybe wire, but nah, not as likely. Stanley. 2010. 2010 for Stanley. Next up, Raymond Lungi. Raymond with a 1973. 1973 S proof. I used to be a big Honeycombs fan when I was a kid. I think it was probably more because of the license plates than it was because of the taste of the cereal, because the cereal wasn't all that wonderful. Cat Morgan, 1971. That's why I always thought it was really good for you, because it didn't taste all that great. It was kind of blandish, you know? Parviz, 1986. So I heard something about one of those real sugary cereals one time. I believe it's Fruit Loops. Did you know that all the different colors in Fruit Loops have the same flavor? Yeah, you just have this idea that they have different flavors, so you talk yourself into believing that, but it's not true. Kevin, 1975, the first year of proof-only S-Mint. All right, back to Parvas. Night of excitement for Parvas. There's 2001 for him. 2001. I remember the honeycomb hideout. That was one of the favorite parts of the whole honeycomb experience. Is that you're supposed to be a member of the club. The club. 1994. 1994 for Jordan. I don't do the vanilla almond milk usually. I just do the plain almond milk. I like it better. Richard. 1983. Tough year. It's not a rare year for proofs. It's just a tough year to get one in decent condition. They had just as many problems with quality control on the proofs back then as they did on the business strike, and we know the business strikes had issues. There's Wanda with a 2014 now. 2014 for Wanda. Paul Hampton. Paul, 1977. 1977. Trying to catch up to the time schedule. Jordan. 2019. 2019 for Jordan. Next out, Taco John. Taco John gets a 2002. 2002 proof. Raymond. 1962. 1962 for Raymond. Next up, Ronald. How about 1956? 1956 for Ronald. And next, Frostbite. Frostbite 2004. 2004 for Frostbite. JJ, when I put sets together, I usually put the proofs with the other coins. Just the way I do it. Wanda. Wanda up next here picks up a 1969 proof. And next up, Carl. Carl gets, 1954. 1954. One of the, quite a bit tougher than many of the other years. 1954. Stonecutter. 2011 for Stonecutter. I gotta pull these closer to me. Starting to get a backache here. I need to get something to drink too. Forgot to bring something with me. John Brandebow. John Brandebow, 1999. Ted Evans. Ted with a 1998. If I can ever pick it up and show it. Here it is, 1998. Uh-oh. Somebody's going to get to play the game. Who gets to play the game? Earth calling Ant. Ant, please step forward. Dr. Ant to OR7. Dr. Ant to OR7. There's Ant. All right, Ant, here's your game. You're going to get to play the game. I want you to tell me whether the next coin has a higher year or a lower year than 2000. Next coin, is it higher or lower than 2000? Ant says lower, and it is lower. 1963. What about the next one? Higher or lower than 1963? Ant says higher, and 2004 it is. 2004 is higher. And next one, higher or lower than 2004? Ant says lower. And, oh, it's a 2013. 2013, it's not higher. It's not lower, it's higher. Ant got 4 coins out of that pull, though. That was a better play on the game. A little more luck there. Good going. All right. We'll go on for another 15 minutes or so. Mr. Rezak. 2000 proof. Next now, Taco John. Another 2000 proof. All of the coins were shot into these boxes completely at random. There's no pattern as to how they're set up. Basically, what I do is I go through a stock box that has all of the coins in a numeric order by year. Here's one for Taco John again. Taco John 2017 this time. And I pull out, let's say that I am starting to restock my pull. I'll usually have a half box or a box left over, and what I do is I'll grab 6 or 7 of a year, 1959, and I'll shove them in random spots in the box. And when the row gets full, I start filling into a second row. When the whole box gets full, here's Sissy for her 1994. When the whole box gets full, then I start filtering off to another box. I usually have 3 boxes ready for each show, just to be sure I've got enough coins. Here's one for Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray, 1975. 1975. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Kelly Ray. How about Kelly Ray? What does Kelly Ray get? It's 1964 for Kelly Ray. That's got that satiny finish on it. See how it has a little dancing cartwheel? A lot of proofs don't have that. Just some of them do in 63 and 64. It's because they use the dies longer, I think. Carl up next. Carl, 1995. Carl with a 1995. Then Mr. Adams comes up after that. 2016. A 2016 for Mr. Adams. Mr. French up next. Mr. French gets 2010. What's going on with my other camera here? Let me figure it out. Something's not picking up here. Hang on a second. Let me get my camera to pick back up. It should be working. Ah, here it is. That's why it wasn't working. I had it shut off. Still not working. What's going on here? Well, this isn't very useful. My camera quit working. Awesome. All right. Steven's up next. Next coin in the box, 1969. 1969 for Steven. Next coin, Stone Cutter. Stone Cutter gets a 1973. 1973. That was probably my fat belly rubbing up against the microphone. I was standing up trying to get the camera to work. Farm Dog, 1985. 1985. Next up, how about Roger? Roger, 2001. A 2001 for Roger. Carl. Back to Carl, and a 2005. 2005 for Carl. Well, there's Carl again. Second time in a row for Carl, and Carl this time gets a 1961. 1961. So to recap, just for the people who are just showing up, there will be no auction on Sunday. There will be no auction on Sundays henceforth until things calm down and I'm back to a normal schedule and can actually handle doing it. But right now I just can't do that. Sand Digger, 2005. So we are going to keep the weekly show only and knock out the weekend show for the time being. In the weekly show, we've done some studying of the numbers and the people have spoken. The crowds are always better on Tuesday, so we're going to knock out the Wednesday and come back to Tuesday. So Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have our next auction, 2007 for Paul. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have our next auction. Mark your calendars now, set your reminders. Sissy, 1956. 1956 for Sissy. Next up, Ant. 1963 for Ant, 1963. Richard, 1996. Slightly tougher years. But we will still be doing the reveal show Monday. And then the auction on Tuesday. The reveal show on Monday will include reveal number 500. At reveal number 500, we are going to do a mint sealed bag opening. Mint sealed bag opening, and people will have an opportunity to purchase coins inside that mint sealed bag before it's opened. 1969S for Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray. Let's see what I can get for Raymond. Raymond now with a 1999. Mark. 1970 for Mark. Next up, Rithy Earth. How about 1980 for Rithy? So what I'm going to do on those, I'm going to sell those coins in pairs because I can. And because I'm selling them in pairs and because we have a bag of 5,000 coins, I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to purchase more coins than you have had the opportunity to purchase before. They're going to be sold in pairs, and you can have up to 10. So 10 pairs, 20 coins. 1957. 1957. Wheat cent proof for Ted Evans. Here's Malcolm. Malcolm next. 1971. 1971 for Malcolm. And next up, Grandpa Tim. I think that's the first time I pulled his name today. 1962. 1962. No, I'm not going to scope 5,000 coins. Each person has an opportunity for up to 20 coins. I usually get between 20 and 30 people involved. It's 400 to 500 coins, and yes, all of them will go under the scope. It's going to be a long party. Josie, 1995. Sureg. How about 1980 for Sureg? 1980. Back to Malcolm again. Malcolm with a 1970. I think these are going to be one of those years where you can get surprised by the double dies and the other stuff you can find. We're going to do 1989 Philadelphia. I have a 1989 Philadelphia sealed bag. There's Grandpa Tim, year 2000. I think the per price is going to be around $2.50 a coin. There's Parviz, 1970S. So I think it's going to be at $5 a pair max, or 10 pairs per person. Josie. Every spot gets you 2 coins. 1978. 1978 for Josie. And knowing the number of double dies that there are in 1989, it would not surprise me to see something come out of this. There's at least 5 or 6 double die obverses, and there's a few double die reverses. 1960 for Mark. '89 doesn't have any special year marker for me, but it is reveal number 500, so it's going to be a special party for us. A 2002. 2002 for Kelly Michaud. Malcolm. 2005. 2005 for Malcolm. I think as a extra little bonus, I think I'm going to throw a few wheat pennies in. And if I pull a wheat penny out when I've got your name up, I'll try to figure out a way that we can give you a full tube of coins in exchange for that wheat penny. So you pull a wheat penny and it's kind of like a marker for a win. I'll try to figure out a way to do that. I'm not putting anybody on the list up front. You can email me. I can't do it right now, and I'm not going to remember later tonight that you said to put you on the list. Taco John. So if you want on the list for that, I'm not doing any. There's no maximum number of people, so you just let me know that you want in on it, and I can get you in on it. 1986 San Francisco, 1986 for Taco John there. What we're going to do is we're going to put them up for live sale on Monday. But you can let me know any time that you want in on it prior to the actual sale itself, and I can get you in. You're gonna have to let me know through email though. Just send me an email, cd@coppercoins.com. Somebody can put that up so everybody knows. cd@coppercoins.com. Just send me an email. Let me know that you want in. Frostbite, 1963. Just a couple more minutes, and then we'll go on a break where I'll get my dinky dink. Josie, 1983. 1983 for Josie. Native American Ways. Woohoo! 1953. I don't know if you're around, Trey, but you just got 1953, bruh. Real nice. There we go. Cookie put it up there. cd@coppercoins.com. Thank you, Cookie. You make a far better typist than I do with my keyboard in a desk drawer. 2004. 2004 for Raymond. Richard. 1976. There's a piece of plastic in there. That's strange. 1976 for Richard. Part of a proof set, plastic or something. Now what? What is this? Oh, it's showing the wrong direction. Okay, well, it decided to come back on. At least we've got that much. Hang on just a second. How about that? Camera just decided to pop back on, but it was facing the wrong direction. So weird. I'll tell you, electronics can be really finicky. 1968 for JJ. 1968. Harlan. Let's see what Harlan ends up with here in 2007. 2007 proof for Harlan. Josie. 1988. Josie Fletcher. Hector's Coins. 2003. Got 2003. All right, next up, Jordan, 1994. 1994 for Jordan. Next up, Raymond Lungi. Raymond, how about 1973? That's a 75, though. Says 73, but it's a 75. Unless that's the rare 73 over invisible, 3 over invisible 5. I think it's a 75, though. 1964 for Mark. Kelly Michaud. 2004. '72 bag marathon. We could be up for weeks straight going after hundreds of bags without hitting a 72 double die. Or we could find 400 of them in one bag. You never know. Kelly Ray, 2005. 2005 for Kelly Ray. Oh, Matthew. Ant 2242. 1970S. 1970S. Ted. 1976. 1976 bicentennial without being a special coin. Akram. 1987. 1987 for Akram. Ant. About 2017. 2017 for Ant. Sand Digger. 1980 for Sand Digger. And next up, come on, Chip. Grandpa Tim. Got for Grandpa Tim. About a 2013. 2013 for Grandpa Tim. And next, Taco John. Taco John gets, it's a 1953. 1953, beautiful, special year, 1953. Very difficult coins to get. Congrats to Taco John. Mr. Adams up next. 2014 for Mr. Adams. And this is where I'm going to choose to have a break. Oh, I still got a lot of coins to go through. All right. Folks, I'm going to put the mic on mute and go for a short break to grab something to drink. I will be right back. You may do the same. It is 18 minutes after the hour to me right now. I'm going to be back at 23. 5 minutes from now. See you then. There we go. Much more apt to be able to sit here through the entire show now. My chores are done. I'm gonna pull everything toward me just a little bit here. Get a little more comfortable about how I handle this here. All right, here we go. Next chip out. Break over. Doug. Doug gets 2003. 2003 for Doug. This feels weird. I'm kind of sitting back a little bit further. I was sitting too far forward. It's causing my back issues. I don't like it when my back has issues. There we go. Steven, 1968. 1968 for Steven. Next up, Carl. Carl with a 2016. 2016 for Carl. Mickey. Mickey gets a 1986. 1986 proof. Sureg. 1957. 1957 for Sureg. Doug. 2007. 2007 for Doug. Mr. Worley. Jim gets 1981. 1981. And next up, Malcolm. Malcolm with a 1990. Roger. 2003. 2003 for Roger. Mark. Mark with a 2005. Richard. 1977. 77 for Richard. Next up, Raymond. 2000. Y2K. Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder next. 2004. Let me grab an empty box. There we go. I got a room to put everything now. Up next, Cat Morgan Dollar. Captain gets 1969. S 1969. And Kevin. 2005. 2005 for Kevin. JJ. 2019. 2019 for JJ. And a bonus. Who gets the bonus? Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton will get the next two coins. 1997 and 1971. 1997 and 1971 for Paul. Up next is Kevin. 2000. The 2000 proof. Next up, Mr. Fletcher. 1985. 1985 proof. Cat Morgan's up next. Cat Morgan with a 2003. And Akram. Akram comes up next. 2011. 2011 for Akram. Mr. Worley next. And Mr. Worley gets a 1988. Steven? About 2002. 2002 for Steven. Frostbite. What does Frostbite get? 2015. And a $10 chip. Well, who gets the $10 chip? Well, that's going to be Mark. And Mark also will get a year 2000 proof. 2000 proof. Let me get Mark's name written down here. Alright, there's that, and that'll go on his $10 chip. And it will go up here with Mr. Adams and Crispy. And his coin and name will go in the box. And we move on to the next person. Carl. Let's see what Carl picks up here. Man, I'm having just issue after issue here. I need better box stuffers because my box stuffers don't keep the coins standing up like they're supposed to. Carl gets a 1995. 1995 for Carl. Come up next. Wanda. How about 2016 for Wanda? 2016. Stanley. Stanley gets a 1973. And Penny Hoarder. Woohoo! 1954. 1954 proof. It's a little cloudy. I'll take care of that for you, Paul. Or not Paul. Penny Hoarder. I was thinking of somebody different. Thinking of Paul Hampton. Harlan. Harlan again, 1972. 1972 proof. Steven. 2000. Year 2000. Hello, Doug. Alright, Farm Dog. Farm Dog with a 2007, or is that's 2012. My eyeballs aren't reading like they should be. 2012, that's a tough year to get there, Farm Dog. It's not tough as much as it's just expensive. Rolls of those are over $300 a roll now. Hector. 2013. 2013 for Hector. Kelly. Kelly with a 2005. Stone Kata. 2005. 2005 for Stonecutter. Jim? 1962. I got next here Farm Dog. Farm Dog with a 1996. Next up, Ted Evans. Ted Evans gets a 2001. Then next, Rithy. 2005. 2005 for Rithy. Jordan. 2000. Kevin. 1979 S Type 2. It's clear S. Sissy. Got a 1959. 1959 for Sissy. Mary. 2008. 2008 for Mary. Cookie. 2000. And up next, Ted Evans. Another 2000. One for Ted Evans this time. Farm Dog. 1975. First proof only S-Mint issue. Ronald. 2001. The actual first year of the second millennium. A lot of people thought it was 2000, but when you count, you start at 1, you end with 100, start at 101, end with 200. So the last year of the 1900s millennium was actually the year 2000. First year of the following millennium was the year 2001. 1975 for Penny Hoarder. Back to Cookie. Cookie gets a 1997 and a hair, free hair. It's always dog hair. Dog hair, dog hair. We don't have any cats. I'm allergic to cats. JJ Addict. 1957. 1957 for JJ. I'm allergic to cats. Dogs are my best friend. Mark. 1999. Don't have to pay for the hair. They come free. You just have to sign a waiver saying you're not going to pull any doggy DNA off of it and try to clone my Sherman. No cloning Sherman. Not allowed. Josie, 1971. Sherman's a one of a kind. They broke the mold when they made him. Mr. Magony. 2013. Native American Ways. 1977. Paul. Paul Hampton, 1995. Man, we still got a pile. Try to front some of this, make it easier to grab. There we go. Raymond. $2,000. I got Raymond again. 2005. All right, Richard. $19.80. I heard Border Collies were a really smart breed. I mean, I've seen their work. They are actually really good at it. Sand Digger. 1970. Kelly. 1972. Stanley. 1988. JJ. 1991. Sand Digger. 1961. And next, Mary. 1985. And Jordan. 2014. Grandpa Tim. 2002. Stanley. Oh, come on. 2016. 2016 for Stanley. Stonecutter. 2005. A piece of plastic on. It's inside the flip. Hang on a second. Get this out of here before it ends up staining the coin. Much better. 2005. And next, Mr. Rizek. 2015. Farm Dog. 1996. Cat Morgan. Let's see what Cat Morgan gets here. 2019. Stretch my back out just a little bit. In the evenings, I like to make hot cocoa instead of coffee. Tastes just as good. Don't have like caffeine bouncing around. Mickey, 1983. Hello, Andy. Dick French, 1960. Gets a 1960. Next up, Harlan again. Here is Harlan for 1978. No rum, no alcohol in this. A little bit of instant coffee just to give it a little bit of flavor, a little boost. Hey, check this out. Somebody's going to get to play the game. Let's see if we get somebody who knows how to play. Sureg, how about you? Are you here, Sureg? I'll give you just a minute to let me know. Aye. Sureg is present. So, well, thank you, Andy. I'll grab a next box of proofs here. Pull a few out of it. Get these coins to stand up straight. And we will start the game. Starting Sureg's game with a 1998. 1998, Sureg. Higher or lower? Sureg says higher than 1998. And we go to 1971. Bust. Just that fast. Well, I'd like to have had a better opportunity there. I was all prepped to give a whole bunch of coins away. And it just didn't happen. Sorry, Sureg. Next on the list, Ronald. Ronald gets a 2001. Calling for redo. Yeah, you got two out of it. Mary, up next, 1983. 83 from Mary. Next, Richard. It's a 1996. 1996. Josie. Josie, how about a 1969 proof? 1969. Made the year after I was born. Parvez. Parvez, 1968. Next, Cat Morgan Dollar. Cat Morgan with a 2006. Frostbite. 1970. 1970 S proof for Frostbite. Next up, Wanda. Wanda gets a 1988. Don't know, Kelly Ray. Don't know how long you've been gone. I thought you were just being quiet. Here's one for JJ, 1961. And let's see, Sissy is up next. Sissy gets 1978. It's a 78 for Sissy. JJ. Here's one for JJ. JJ gets a 1997. Back to Josie. Josie again, this time 2003. Doug. 1990. 1990 for Doug. Well, Kelly Ray, if you're multitasking, you wouldn't have to ask if you missed anything good because you wouldn't miss anything, right? Here's Harlan. Multitasking means you can take care of more than one task at a time. 2010. 2010 for Harlan. That's how I do it, Sand Digger. I multi-loaf. These things just stand back up. There we go. All right, Stanley. Next up, 1999. Cookie. 2006. Jim? You might have took a break when I did, but you took a lot longer to take it. About a 2016 for Jim. Kevin? 1985. 85 for Kevin. Malcolm. 2000. I've seen what? I must have missed something. A 1960D. I don't know anything about that. I'd have to see it to really understand what the conversation's about. Surreg, 1988. An 88 man. All right, next up. Ant. 1960 for Ant. Sand Digger. 1989. 89 for Sand Digger. In case anybody's here now who missed it earlier, we are going back to one auction per week and on Tuesday. Not a Sunday and a Wednesday auction, but just one auction, and it'll be Tuesday. We're going to keep the reveal show on for Monday evenings at 7. Then the auction will be Tuesday at 7, just like it used to be. And we won't be doing auctions on Sunday. Cap Morgan Dollar, 1962. And this Sunday we will not have an auction. Here's for Sureg again. And then Monday we will have a reveal sale show. 1986 for Sureg. during that show, I will be selling reveal number 500. Reveal number 500 will be a special reveal. It'll be a mint sealed bag of 5,000 1989 Lincoln cents. Coins will be sold in pairs, and they will be revealed in pairs. And there's a lot of decent stuff to find. 1989, we may just find something really good in there. Ready, Yorth? 1981 S. Grandpa Tim. 1970 S. All right, let's see. Frostbite. 1962. No, Sand Digger, right now my office looks like a tornado hit it. Probably not a good idea to send anything to me. And now, 2001. You send me a picture, I'd probably help you out. If you can get a good picture of it, I could probably help you. Get up to 10 Papa. You can get up to 10 pairs, 20 coins. They'll be pulled in pairs, so one chip is worth 2 coins. And it will be, I believe, right around $5, about $2.50 a coin. This will be $5 a pair. You can get up to 10 pairs. Spend up to $50 on it. Sureg, 1997. This will be a kind of a farewell to the first few years of Copper Coins on YouTube. Kind of an exciting beginning to perhaps possible new things coming up on the channel. Been working on some ideas, trying to come up with good stuff to do. And while my thought process is working out okay, there's a 2,000. 2,000 for Kevin. Kelly Michaud. It's okay, Parviz. I know to always pull them out for you. 1999. 1999 for Kelly. All right. We've got Ant next. 2005. Yeah, Kelly Ray, I've told everyone else, let's do the same way for everyone, just so I don't get confused or get anybody misled. You send me an email, cd@coppercoins.com. Just let me know you want in on that 1989 bag, which will be reveal number 500. Crispy, 2014. And I will get you in on that. Make sure that understood, completely understood. Mr. Adams, 1957. Nice wheat cent there. Malcolm, 2004. Yeah, when I'm done with this, it's pretty much shutdown time for me, and I don't really think about much after I shut this show down because it takes so long to do. Bonus goes to Jim Fletcher. 1, 2. How about a 1980 and a 1959? 1980 and a 1959 for Mr. Fletcher. Yeah, my brain kind of goes into sleep mode as soon as I get done with a show like this. It's a marathon show here. Mr. French. Mr. French up with a 1963. There's Mr. French. 1964. Kelly, you can also send me a text if your email's not working well. Farm Dog. 1998. 1998 for Farm Dog. Could have the close AM in there somewhere. Never know. Ronald gets a 2008. A 2008. Cookie. 1970S. 1970S. Rithiorth. 1975. Sorry, I got ready to put it in the box without even showing it. You're the amazing Kreskin. You can figure anything out. Even the dates on coins that I don't show on camera. I bet you can. Native American ways. I'm going to guess without even looking. This is a 2001. Nope, it's 1962. See, I'm not that good. And everybody thought I was magic. I'm not magic. Richard Sappington gets a 2004. Nice one. This has got some color. Back to Mr. French. 2006. Harlan. 2013. I don't like iPhone. Never did like iPhone. It's all up to, whoever wants to make their decisions, but yeah, I wouldn't do it. Grandpa Tim. 1986. Who's up next? Jordan. 2015. See what's next here. Steven? I've never had T-Mobile, and it's been years and years since I dealt with AT&T. 2019S for Steven. Just for the time being, I guess my stuff's not worth enough for anybody really want to break in and do anything with it. So I just keep my Verizon phone. Stonekata, 2003. Doug. 1994. 1994 for Doug. You miss your crackberry? I never had one of those. Mr. Fur. They seemed really cool when they first came out, but they were way too much money. It's 1989 proof for Mr. Fur. That's one you definitely want to show up for, is when we're doing 69, the 89 coins. You already got your proof. Now you need the Philadelphia business strike, and then a Denver strike. And complete your set. Paul? 2012. 2012 for Paul. Stanley? 1960. Mr. Worley. 2006. Richard. 1988. Cat Morgenthaler. 1970 for Cat Morgenthaler. Oh no. The Samsung 22 Ultra is a huge phone, I know that. Miss Fletcher. What do we got here? 1959. 1959. Good gosh, Native America. I wouldn't have any idea, buddy. I've got about 50, 60 chips left in here. I think I want to continue this tomorrow afternoon. I'm getting way too tired to be doing this. And I'm going to mess up and not be able to pay attention to something. This show ran on a little longer than I really wanted it to. I had to start it later and later and later, and it hasn't materialized. I'm going to run 5 more coins, and then we're going to shut down for the day and come back tomorrow. Finish this show tomorrow on a different broadcast. Here's a 1980 for JJ Addict. I'll start them tomorrow in plenty of time for us to get all done up and finished before the games come on. Well, look at that. Here's JJ Addict again. 1986 this time. Here's one for Jordan. 1958 wheat cent. 1958 proof wheat cent. Last year of the wheat cent design. Cookie. 1994. 1994. And last but not least for this evening, and then we'll come back tomorrow and finish the remainder. Stephen. A 1972. 1972 for Stephen. I appreciate it, folks. Try to make it back tomorrow. I know that a lot of us have things that we get done on Sundays and whatnot. And if you can, I'm going to schedule this at 11 o'clock in the morning. 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern time on Sunday. We'll get started on it. It should take about an hour, roughly an hour, for us to get finished. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Come back tomorrow. Let's finish this up and have more fun. Take care, and, well, like Farm Dog says, good night, take care, and be safe. I appreciate it. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.